What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the new 5.0 Ragnarok robot tier, the new combat healer in War Robots, ladies and gentlemen. Starting with some combat capabilities here first, right? And then having a look at how this thing runs as a healer. So first, combat capabilities in Free For All, then we run tier as a group healer in Beacon Rush, and try and have a look at how effective it can run as a battle and healing hybrid. Then tier versus the meta, right? Trying to run the tier versus meta robots like Chun and Ares and seeing how it will do, right? How it fights off the meta. And then last but not least, having a look at the physical shield. Because the physical shield is still very weird on this one, and I still don't quite understand it. Because in one situation, and you're gonna see this later, in one situation, in the mode with only 2 weapons active, in the healing mode, I was protected from energy weapons from the front, so the physical shield worked. And in the next circumstances, or in the next situation, I was protected by a physical shield when I had all 4 weapons active. So I still don't quite understand which of these 2 modes actually now has the physical shield. It seems like both have it. Alright, so you know what? This is what we're gonna find out later. Let's first test the combat capabilities of this bad boy. And you don't need the healing module on this robot if you don't want to, because you can heal yourself. Look, I'm just activating the healing mode. I run faster in the healing mode and I heal myself. You see up there in the upper left corner? We're healing ourselves relatively quickly here. And now I'm in the assault mode, and this mode is supposed to be the one with no healing, but with the physical shield, I thought, right? Or is the physical shield supposed to be active? You know what? I'm getting confused by this now, because as I said, and I'm gonna prove to you later that what I'm saying makes sense. It's actually right. It's very weird. Sometimes the physical shield is active during this mode, and sometimes it's on this mode. So that's why I'm still quite confused. And this was the first matches that I played. You know, I didn't have time to figure it all out perfectly so far, and yeah, so I'm just trying to show you the video and the gameplay of this machine as best and quick as I could. So, we've gotten rid of a lot of enemies. We've already gotten 7 kills. And now we're fighting something very powerful. 3 very well-leveled magnums, or wait a minute, 2 magnums and a halo on this Ansel-protected Leo. I guess I can be happy that the Ansel shield was not a redeemer. That would have been really bad for me. Do you see here, we're taking damage, but we're counter-healing the damage too, with the built-in healing. And that's what makes the tier so special. The fact that you do not have to sit still and, you know, stationary like the Wayland does with its healing. You can be on the move, and you can run around and fight enemies while doing the healing. However, in the healing mode, you only have 2 medium weapons, and in the assault mode, you will have 2 medium and 2 light weapons active at the same time, okay? So running the combat mode will give you 2 additional light weapons, and I think you also gain the physical shield. I feel like this is how I have it in memory, how they thought the concept of this robot. Whereas in the healing mode, you do not have the physical shield, but you have the healing. But only 2 medium weapons. Once again, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but the reason why I'm so confused is because, like I said, there is a glitch or some weird thing going on with the shield, and I'm gonna show this to you later. We're also running faster in the healing mode, so you can keep up with friends or so who are running with a fast Ares. You should be able to keep up with the Ares and heal it up while they are providing the shield and the firepower in the front of you both. So I think this build and that's probably the one thing that really strikes me as dangerous right now, incredibly dangerous, is that this combo with other skilled players running Fenrir or for example, hey, the Ares, right? The most dangerous combo is probably gonna be Ares, and then here the tier robot. If you combine multiple Ares covering themselves with the shield overlapping, so one guy finishes his shield, the next guy brings the next shield, and then in between you run here the tier robot, healing both of them up for occasional damage in between. That's going to be really insane, dude. And you have a lot of health also. Look, we already lost a lot of health and we still have 276,000. So it's even a crazy tank. It doesn't have built-in resistance like the Fenrir has, and it doesn't have 2 medium and 1 heavy weapon. It has 2 medium and 2 light. But two light weapon are easily equal to a heavy weapon, so the firepower is actually not lower than the Fenrir. What's lower is the altogether effective amount of health, because you know, the Fenrir with its resistance and the Aegis shield will survive much longer than the tier robot in a brawl. But when the battle takes longer, right, when you have a lot of time to regenerate your health between combat with the built-in healing here of the tier robot, then I guess you could probably even maybe outperform the Fenrir in rare situations. Alright, this guy just used the stealth so we can come around the corner and flatten him, and he doesn't have the necessary firepower to deal with us any longer. 16 kills, first place, 2.6 million damage, and you saw how I was easily able to dominate the entire carrier map right there. Every time I killed somebody, I switched to the faster mode and searched the next enemy to kill. So really effective and definitively a strong monster. Now let's have a look at the group healing ability, okay? How good is it as a combat healing hybrid? That's probably the right way to pronounce it, or to describe the robot, as a battle healing battle hybrid, right? We're healing the Falcon to our left, we're healing the Nemesis is already healed, and the Invader is also getting healed. However, we're being jumped on by 2 separate Mercuries at the same time. What the heck? Did you guys, you know, make that out? Like, did you guys really somehow communicate that with each other, saying, hey man, let's double jump at the same time, bam? And they did it perfectly, man. That was crazy. Anyways, I'm healing, I'm back healing these guys. The Invader receives healing, the Falcon receives healing, the Nemesis also if he wants. And there's still the other Mercury, and there's another Mercury coming. How many Mercuries do these guys have, dude? And I wonder if in this situation it would be better to revert to healing, because now I lost my Invader buddy in front of me. So now I'm dropping the weapons, bringing the healing back up, so I can heal the Ares and the Nemesis to my right. And yeah, that's what we're doing right now, healing them up, and I'm only using 2 medium weapons, right, at the same time. I sacrifice firepower for the ability to heal my buddies around me, and I feel like that's worth it. But by the way, one thing I didn't say, I showed it in the beginning, this tier robot is fully maxed, Mk2, level 12, and with damage booster active, and also the armor modules installed with a last stand module. So it's fully maxed for the moment, as maximum level as it gets right now. I usually do this with new content because the time has shown that you guys would like to see it maxed. Most of you, I can't speak for everybody, but the majority of people seems to like to see these things maxed out. My guess is that some of you, or a lot of you guys, are maybe considering to get 1 or 2 of these robots, and in order to make a good decision whether or not it's going to be a good decision to start this long upgrading process, to go through all that, it's probably helpful for you guys to see things fully maxed, and then be able to make a good decision. Is it going to be worth it at the end of all that or not? So let's run it against the meta, okay? So not only Orc and Spectres, they may not be the 100% meta anymore, but I still classify the Orc and Spectre as one of the most deadly, or one of the deadliest robots in the game. Not saying it's the most deadly robot in the game anymore, but it's still one of the deadliest robots by far. It has the highest firepower in the game and a stealth jump. That combo is still crazy. So we're fighting a max level Ao-Chun with max level last stand. This guy is not less equipped than I was here with the tier robot, and I was able to survive and beat the Ao-Chun, even though the Invader was also shooting me, right? The Invader has been firing at me, not at the Ao-Chun. So I had this guy shooting me as well, and I still was able to beat the Ao-Chun. However, I also used Quantum Raider for it, and I also had a little pillar that shielded me from the Avenger damage for a little while, right? In the middle of the open with no cover, it's hard to say who would have won this one, because this guy was pumped to the limits too. So, yeah, max level battle rec account on his side too, or something similar to it. Uh-oh, we have the invader jumping in, and I'm doing as much damage as I can. And I'm, of course, now getting hit by a Dragoon Fury with massive damage output. He has so much damage output, it's insane. Did you see how fast he dropped me? I have 300-something thousand health, and he shot 3 or 4 times, and I was down half my life, man. That Dragoon Fury has really ripped me into pieces. Woo! Okay, so we're going into the next battle here with an Orkan Spectre, but it's a weird combo. It's an Orkan. By the way, he got the kill. Yeah, sure. What the heck? It's a Spectre with Orkan and Vortex. Very interesting combo. I haven't run this hybrid yet. And this is the player who's currently level the first, right? He's currently the first player, and this is the one I'm gonna battle with. He's got Chuns, he's got max level Ares, everything with max level last stand and everything, you know. See here, level 6 last stand again, and he's pumped to the absolute limit. And other people also running Invader, running Ares, right? So they are all running like crazy meta robots right now, which I think is a good thing that we had this in this video, because it allows me to test this robot here against meta. Against the meta of war robots. And the meta right now is still Mercury, even though yes, the Mercury has been nerfed with this update, but it's still a very strong robot. The stealth still lasts a long time, and you still have the stealth explosion on top of that, and decent firepower. So it's still a really good robot. The Mercury, Ares, Chun, and Invader. I think these 4 are probably the strongest things I have to deal with in this match. And that's good, because we can test. Now, it's great that the Ares attacked the Lancelot from behind, because now the Lancelot turns around towards the Ares and gives him his physical shield, and that means I now have the clear shot at the Lancelot, and the Ares didn't get that kill. That means I'm first! Yes! So, let's keep going here. We have a Hellburner coming in, and I thought, hey, you know what? Let's just fight him. Let's just run in. He's gonna explode. He's gonna deal damage to me, but I can heal the damage. What do I care, right? I'm a TYR! Yes, I'm a Ragnarok. So, boom, there you go. And you see how much damage he was able to do. It wasn't all that much, actually, right? It was one explosion on the robot itself, and then the explosion of when he got killed. I guess that's okay. I could live with that. Alright, here once again, bringing up the 4 weapons and forcing the second player, who is my closest enemy, making him use his built-in shield and additional weapons, right? If you have the chance, and that's always very helpful, if you can somehow make it that an Ares has to activate his shield and whatnot, try and do this. Even if you know you're not going to kill him, just making him use that shield is going to be worth it. So, we have a Falcon who dropped his resistance. That's like the best thing that could have happened to me. But unfortunately, now the worst thing happens. I don't get this kill, and I get killed by the guy who's second already. And the guy who's second already also got the Lancelot afterwards. And I was like, why? Alright, by the way, this here, again, high-level meta machine. The Pursuer with 10-second stealth, Lockdown and Gust at the same time, and then having max level last stand on the max level Pursuer with high level weapons and all that. Jesus, man, did you see how much he dropped my health? This Fenrir is such a monster, and look how much damage he just did to me, dude. That's insane. That Pursuer was an absolute beast, and it was played well on top with the one lockdown weapon and such. Nice job, man. Here fighting the Chun again, right? But we're having the Fenrir right now, because I couldn't spawn in the TYR robot anymore. The TYR was already used before, and I didn't have any points left to spawn in the TYR. So what I do instead, I'm just gonna activate my Aegis shield on the Fenrir, and then drop the Aegis shield again, so that I just have absorbed a little bit of additional damage with the Aegis shield, and then I'm gonna go straight for the second player. I'm ignoring the other guy, and I'm going straight for the second player, because that's the guy who's closest to becoming first. After me, he's the closest contender, and that means I have to deal with him first and foremost, right? So, Healing up here with... Oh, somebody suppressed me. What the heck? Who just suppressed me here, dude? Alright, last stand, of course, on this beast pursuer again. But this time... Wow, I didn't get the kill. But this time he was unable to do more damage. Now... You see what I'm doing here again? Free for all. Fighting the one who's closest to you always. That has priority. I ignore the invader next to me, and I'm gonna force this guy into an early activation. And you may think, hey man, that doesn't strike me as very useful. You could have attacked the invader. Maybe you would have killed the invader. My response would be no, because this guy is also a good player, and he would have focused me out with the invader. He would have gotten me, and then he would have gotten the invader. So what I do instead, I ignore the invader, I let the invader have 100% HP still. So even if this guy beats me now with the invader, he's not going to get the invader, because the invader is going to succeed him, or survive him. I'm walking around and I managed to get in cover so that the invader now gets the kill. He doesn't get the kill for me, and afterwards, the invader is getting to kill the Ares. I skipped ahead of this, but it worked. The invader killed the Ares because the Ares had its shield already used, because I attacked him so soon, you know? It paid off and it worked perfectly well. And now we're having here the invader killed with the Aochun, sorry, the Ares, and another invader's popping in. Oh boy. That's a setup you guys wanted to see. I may make a separate video about the Aochun with Viper, because you guys seem to be interested to seeing this setup in action. And and now let's show you, after this sequence, I'm showing you the weird physical shield glitch. By the way, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing this and hitting that notification bell. It'll help me out a lot. Here, I wanted to just... I knew I had stealth. I just wanted to fight him without stealth. I thought maybe I can just shoot over the cover, right? Not showing my my robot, but it didn't work, and it doesn't matter anyways, because I was first anyways. But still, I thought maybe I can beat him without stealth. So, here's the one thing that I meant to say in the beginning. The random physical shield. You see the light weapons are not active, right? I'm running the healing mode right here. You also see the healing circle in front of me. I'm running the healing mode, and the Ares is shooting me with Scourge and Spark. He's not getting through my physical shield. 306,000 damage, he's not dealing even 1 point of damage. Achilles is not doing any damage against me whatsoever, because I block it with a physical shield. So the physical shield is apparently active when the light weapons are not active. So during the healing mode, the physical shield is active, okay? But then this happened, where I have now all 4 weapons activated, and look what happens now. Now I'm having all 4 weapons active. I'm in the assault mode, and in the upper left corner you see I'm not taking damage from the Pulsar and Scourge. I'm blocked, and also not from the shock train. My physical shield is blocking it. What's going on with that physical shield? Is it in the assault mode or healing mode? It's confusing as heck. And by the way, here I want to show you that the Achilles here would have killed me here if it wasn't for Last Stand. See that? Without Last Stand, I would have died. I would have lost more than 300,000 health against this ultra maxed level Achilles, Ares, I mean. So, and you know what's also cool? He's playing the Ares, and which is a Greek goddess, or god, it's not a goddess, it's a god, god of the underworld, or god of the, I don't know, something like this. And his name is Achilles. Also, the Greek half god, right? So, very nice name and play with your name and bot there, buddy. And, yeah, so, wait a minute, what's going on? This here was the video with a TYR robot. There's another one coming up, and the live stream's coming up with several other setups. We're testing these new robots with different setups now, and also we're gonna have tests with the new updated and buffed weapons. So stay tuned for all that content, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe, as brutal as a man can hit, for more. Thanks for bearing with me. You guys are awesome as always. Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye bye.